What's up, guys? Welcome back to NCS Arcade. Sam here as always, and I'm joined by three guests today. We're stepping it up on these interviews, man. We started out just one on one, and now we're upgrading. We're talking about the new release, Only You. We've got ROY KNOX, Derpcat, and I'm alright with me. How you boys doing?
Hey, hey.
Very good.
Great to have you on. We're going to be discussing the new track, and as always, answering a few questions. Let's get straight into it. Roy, we'll go to you first for question one. Can you tell us how Only You came about?
It started about a year ago when I started like a new relationship, and I wrote it. I wrote like this one like melody and some drop, and from there like I kept it and I kept improving it, and then I wasn't satisfied with it. I wanted to like rework. I wanted to make it perfect, and that's when like I approached Derpcat. We've been talking for a while and wanted to collab because like I really wanted to collab with him. Like he's a newcomer, he's amazing. And then we started collaborating this, and basically we reworked like everything and made it as it sounds right now. And then somewhere in the middle like of the process, like a few months ago, I don't remember exactly, but like a few months ago, we approached like Amallryt to do the vocals. Oh, it was actually me that approached him like before Derpcat. Like we had the vocals on it, yeah.
So the vocals came first, right? You two were working on the track, and then Derpcat hopped on it. James, do you want to tell us a bit about where the vocal idea came from?
Yeah. I mean, Roy sent me a record. So we've been speaking since our first release on NCS, and he sent me the instrumental, and like instantly proper clicked with it. And I have a huge like soft spot for like future bass or like melodic dubstep, and especially when it's like a bit more major, because a lot of it's quite minor, I find anyway. And this just had like a really nice vibe to it, and that's where like the love song kind of came from, and it just kind of like all meshed together really nicely, and the write happened really quickly, and yeah, like Roy said, it just needed something else to like make it a polished product.
And that's where Derpcat, you stepped in. So tell us what happened when you received this track already in some kind of form. What was your approach then?
Basically, like Roy sent me first of all, I think it was a SoundCloud link, right?
Yeah, it was like a preview. Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, that's sick. And so he sent me like the Ableton project, and at first I like organized it, you know, because I hate it when things are messy, and it was kind of messy, you know. Yeah. So
Exposed.
I first of all organized it, and I was like, you know what, I can see definitely like what I want to do with it. I want to change the keys so it will sound a bit less energetic, but like the bass will like be more, you know, will be more defined, like, and like because G sharp and like G are keys that like you can hear the bass like the hardest. And when I think about it, like if the whole drop was just still like, it would always hit you the hardest because it would be like on G, then it would just be very fatiguing. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just tone it like down to semitones. And after that, yeah, so I was like, okay, I need to change this, I need to change that. Like I wanted to like change the intro a little bit, and I wanted to change like the outro and the breakdown, and I wanted to add another drop and to change a bit the instrumentation so it will be smoother. And that's about it, yeah.
Awesome, cool. And then it came to be Only You. And yeah, the track is out now. So if you guys haven't already heard it, which I'm sure you have, but it's going to be top link in the description, so you can go and listen to it there. One tip that you would give to upcoming producers / vocalists. Derpcat, we'll come to you first on this one.
If you want to get on a big label, collab with a guy that's already on the label.
Good tip.
Always receive feedback, because I know many guys that are upcoming producers, and I always give them feedback, and they would just be so salty about it. They would be like, I don't like your stuff, and yours sound bad as well. And I'm like, no, just dude, I have feedback. I have obviously more experience, and even if I have less experience, like experience doesn't matter. If someone hears a bad thing, you should listen to it and like learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest tip to new producers is to upcoming producers is like, listen to others, like be open to feedback, because honestly, when somebody tells you that you have a mistake and that you need to fix it is like the best thing ever. It's better than receiving a gift because then you're like pointed to a right direction.
One big advice I can say is there's a lot of like ego in the music industry, and if like people think they are good, they are gonna like stay here. So there's a very important thing of like also like the ego with like refusing to collaborate with people is bad. So just like socializing a lot and like accepting other people's music, make friends in the music industry, grow with them. So when you're producing and you have a friend that you produce with like 2-3 years, like you can see that you grow together, and then like one of you gets big here, one of them gets big here, and then like you two like help each other, and like along the way you learn from each other. So it's a really important thing. Also, what Derpcat said, like be open for feedback. It's the most important thing. It can get you stuck if you don't open for feedback.
And then James, for your journey, acoustic artist, and now on like top line and writing for these EDM tracks, which is a different shift. What advice could you give to someone in a similar position to you?
Honestly, it's kind of expanding on both the answers given. It's just find a group of people who are like-minded and are willing to like genuinely put in the work, because a lot of people want to do music, but not a lot of people can do music, and it's not because they're bad at music, it's just because they just don't have the work ethic. Because what you don't see is you see the track get released, but what you don't see is the hours of like IDs, the absolute like lists of SoundCloud IDs that people go through, and you have to work really hard. So it's cool to see people build up a bit of a group, grow with the group like Roy said, and then just take feedback well. And it's cool because I've been in a very fortunate position to kind of like fall into this, and I didn't do any of this by purpose. I feel very lucky to do so. And there's some really great communities that I'm now part of, and there's like some really, really fantastic upcoming vocalists like in the scene, and it's cool finding people from like deep house or finding people from just like pop music and bringing them into like the EDM world. And it's a different style of writing. See how it works over it. It's honestly wicked.
Which NCS artist would you like to collab with? Roy, we'll come to you first.
I would really want to collaborate with A5.
That would be sick. I want to hear what that sounds like. What about you, Derpcat? Who do you want to collab with?
I don't know that guy's name. I think his name is ROY KNOX, but he's pretty cool. You know, I would like to collab with that guy. And also Siren Scale. I don't know if I say his name right. I hope I do.
It's Siren Soul. Siren Soul. We spoke about it on the last interview, and he did a big breakdown of where his name comes from. But apparently, that's how you say it.
Good to know. Anyway, so yeah, he was like my early inspiration. He had like a song called "Coming Home," something like that, with like the blues like, you know. And that has stuck with me for like forever, and I love it so much.
And then James, from your side, who do you want to work with?
I think he's only released once or twice on NCS, but there's a guy who I saw him on Twitter. He released a track called Rain. It's a guy called Papa Khan.
Yeah.
He is honestly cracked. Like, he's so good. And I'd love to work with him. I think he's starting to do his own vocals now, though, so my window is closing rapidly. But I'll slide in.
Dude, get in those messages, man. Yeah, Papa Khan's elite, man. We spoke about his recent NCS release, Wounds, as well. He's a great guy, man. Yeah, I'd love to hear that. That'd sound cool. Only You, we spoke about it earlier on. I was saying when I listened back to it, the euphoric sound and the super like, it's just massive. You know what I mean? It's a huge song, and it's something that I think personally, if you're at a festival setting, that would absolutely go off. So I want to know how excited and what you guys are looking forward to with the world opening up.
Like, doing this live show would be wicked. But even if it's not EDM, just live shows in general, I think it's very important for a lot of music scenes that places start opening up and start putting on events, because we've had so many like buildings shut down or like stages just shut down. And it's great to see artists back like selling out shows, and like EDC happened recently, and like ADC over here. So yeah, it's just nice seeing the world open up and everyone's kind of getting back on their feet, and it's actually quite cool seeing how people have like adapted to the world online, and how they're now using that newfound like online presence to then smash it in the real world. So.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's been some like examples that I've seen so many of these, you know, the virtual gigs that everyone put on through lockdown and all that kind of stuff. Roy, you said you've been traveling for the last year. How's it felt for you with the world opening up a little bit more?
feels good to like have you know, the whole oyster for you again.
Amazing. Have you got any live shows, that kind of thing, events planned coming up?
I'm working on getting an artist visa for the US right now to have the, you know, permission to work, because I have some like booking requests. And but yeah, that's the plan if the world keeps like open and stuff, so it's gonna be great.
I just like I really hope to do like some some NCS show. It's gonna be the greatest idea of all time.
We'll
And
hook you up, man. Come on.
I just wanna meet fans. I mean, I don't like the word fans because like I have fans. No, everyone is my friend. You know what? No fans. So I wanna meet up with friends who like my music, even though I don't know them. They're friends.
I mean, like I said, I think only you would absolutely go off in a live setting. It's just you can picture it with a crowd, just hands in the air, that kind of stuff. So let's hope that we see that in some sets coming up. Coming to you first, Daniel, on this one. What's been one of your favorite NCS releases? Doesn't necessarily have to be your own. With this being your debut, it could be this one, or maybe another one that you've heard.
And my favorite release has to be well, Roy, it's yours. It's Living with Regret, because that stuff just hits me so hard, man. That thing is so great. Like I love it. It's been a big inspiration, like of mine. I was like, I want to know how to do something like that, because I never felt like I was, the same level as you were. So I was like, damn, that's sick. Also another Roy KNOX song with Hive and I'm Alright, I think. Give Up on You, something like that, right? Yeah, these hit me like nothing else, man.
Oh, I love this. This is so wholesome. Come on, this is the energy we need. All right, Roy, go into you. I mean, you're gonna have to say the recent release just to give the love back, man.
I mean, just like to reply to Derpcat. I always listen to Derpcat's music and I'm like, I want to make this.
I love this.
I wanna be able to do this. So it's mutual. It's mutual. my own like favorite is Blue Eyed Demon, because it's not like I don't think like technically it's my best, but it's like my favorite to listen to, because it has like big history and like the melody and everything. It's like it started from a long time ago, and it just like it brings me back. Like that's why I love the song.
And then James, for you, favorite track from NCS? Maybe one that you sang on, maybe one that you've heard.
Yeah, I don't want this to sound like narcissistic, but it was my track with Ryan Have, Give Up on You. But not like love listening to it, but that moment in my life was very defining for me as a vocalist. It's like the first time I've ever done anything like that, and always look back on that track because it was done with this mic in an untreated room, and it's like not the best quality, but somehow it bangs. So I always have to remind myself, like, no matter how stressed I get, like that it can work.
If you could describe only you in one word, what would it be? Derpcat, we'll go to you first.
Epic.
Epic, perfect.
Yeah.
James?
Intimacy.
Intimacy. And Roy, one word to describe only you.
I think euphoric.
That's a good word.
Beautiful word. If you haven't streamed Only You yet, which, like I said earlier, you should be, but it's going to be first link in the description. Go and listen to that, as well as on the NCS channels, as well as the boys' socials. They'll all be down below, so make sure you go and follow them and show them some love. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
See ya.
Yeah.